Hello, hello folks, this is Brian Gormley with another edition of Where in Greater DC. We are at a fantastic overlook site here on our tour of the touristy places now that it's summer in DC. And we're going to pan out here just a quick second. And the location that we're looking for, as people know, we film all over the DC-Baltimore region, give away a free gift certificate each week for the first person who guesses our given location and sends that guest to support at Cornerstone Properties, homeinfo.com. The location we're looking for is this building right here. That's in the view right this second. So yes, you can see the White House. I mean, you might not be able to tell that it is the White House right in the background over there, but that is your hint. The building right here is what we're looking for, and feel free to enjoy some nice panoramic views. I definitely recommend coming up here. This is the hotel right next to that building. Great views, great lunches in the summertime in DC. Okay, so the good views didn't last too long. There was a little bit of background music there, and just want to make sure everyone could hear us. But definitely highly recommend going up to that rooftop terrace for a bite to eat if you ever get around town and want a good crab cake sandwich or a burger and fries. Either way, or a very, very tasty mixed drink. Just watch out for the prices of those mixed drinks. They're a little steep. But anyway, topic for today, as everyone knows, we give free tips and tricks around doing short sales and other real estate transactions, is about tenants. Can you buy a short sale if you are the tenant of a property? Many people know in short sale land you're supposed to have a arm's length relationship, as they say, meaning no family, friends, commercial enterprise relationship, etc. And basically the idea is banks don't want to get fleeced if the seller is just selling to someone who's going to let them stay in the property, or who's going to underbid for the statue here, underbid for the value of the home. They want to make sure that it's in fact third-party, arm's length, negotiated deal, and the seller is rid of the house if the bank's going to take a loss. And of course it comes up, well, is a tenant as an arm's length participant? And my general reaction to that is, of course they are. They have no relation to the seller just because they're a tenant. Of course the seller could be leasing to a family member or something like that, but barring that, if it's just a strict leasehold arrangement, there's really no non-arm's length thing to be worried about. Unfortunately, some of the lenders have said, well, wait a second, it's part of a commercial enterprise. You have a relationship with this person, and look at, it's the lease. The lease itself establishes that relationship. Well, the reality is the lease itself does not establish any sort of commercial relationship. A commercial relationship would be a joint venture or a partnership, some sort of means that both parties profit through a common enterprise, and that doesn't exist in the traditional form of a JV or partnership or LLC or anything like that. Any kind of business relationship. They are arm's length. They're signed a residential lease arrangement. The banks are being just ultra conservative here in their interpretation of the arm's length requirement. Case in point, a buyer could move in under a pre-settlement occupancy agreement. Does that establish a non-arm's length relationship between the seller and the buyer? Of course it does not. Of course the buyer is not related to the seller just because they've signed that agreement. And again, they may have some other relationship, but just because they signed that agreement, just because they've signed a lease agreement, doesn't mean that they're in any way related to the seller in any sort of meaningful way. Certainly not for the policy or economic concerns that the short sale bank has to prohibit any particular type of transaction. So be careful when you're dealing with a short sale, though. The bank may have a different interpretation. You may have to fight the good fight. I'm not sure that I would even go so far as explain to the bank that it is a tenant, because certainly I would feel comfortable if I was a tenant or an attorney advising someone that yes, in fact, they could sign that affidavit without fear of reprisal or violation of the terms of the arm's length agreement. Okay, that's it for me. I kind of waxed poetic a little long on the legal formalities of arm's length. I hope you enjoy the view. Send your guests to support at Cornerstone Properties, homeinfo.com. Don't forget, we do negotiate for free for agents and for homeowners alike your short sale transactions. So if you're tired of doing short sales yourself, by all means, enlist us or someone else. There are resources out there for assistance. Get in touch with us. We're always available to help. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you next week.